And so that was the first time where I was like, well, I might as well give this NFL thing a shot. Like, if people really do think I have a chance. And I think that part of my, let's see, I've always had a great sense of like who I am, where I fit, what my talent level is, what rooms I'm supposed to be in and not be in. And I've been a realist my whole life. So that certainly wasn't on my radar. But when people told me it should be on my radar, I decided to make that a goal. Uh, I was at home with my family on draft day. And I think back then it was 3 days. So it's like, it's excruciatingly long for the first day people that get drafted, like 32nd, or you don't get drafted and you think you'll get drafted in the first round. But back then I swear it was 3 days. And I mean, I was fifth to the last. So you could imagine sitting there, and all I told my dad on day 3 was like, I don't want to do the party. We're not inviting people over. Like, if I don't get drafted, it'll be embarrassing. And drafted Dad. And so by day's end, there were like 40 people in our living room. So I'm like, have to escape to the back room. I'm on the call with Jason Garrett, who's telling me he was a quarterback at Princeton. So he had the Ivy League experience before he played with Dallas, and obviously head coach and now on Sunday Night Football. And he was with Miami at the time, and just kind of walking me through it and talking me off the ledge a little bit and telling me, as an undrafted free agent, this is going to be great. You can pick where you want to go. You should come to Miami. And I get a call from a different area code, and I click over, and it's Mike Martz. And he said, we're going to select you here with the 250th pick. They also had the 251st pick. And with that selection, they used it on a fullback, Madison Hedgecock. So Ryan Fitzpatrick and Madison Hedgecock drafted back-to-back 250 and 251 St. Louis Rams, and they never looked back from there.
That's good company. Did you bust each other's balls on why you got the call first?
No, I don't think we did. He was like I wonder what he's doing now. He's probably farming somewhere, but I think he won a Super Bowl with the Giants, but he was a lot bigger than I was. So I was smart enough to know not to mess with him in that regard.
Well, your tenure in the league, 17 years, unbelievable. And then you pick up right where you left off, which was just, I mean, the face of the NFL goes from playing to Thursday Night Football on Prime. It's on. And you're friends you're like Kevin Bacon in regards to people I know who you, who are friends with you. But one friendship that is hard to miss, that just seems like the chemistry's on fire, is your co-host of Fits and Wits, and of course, Thursday Night Football on Prime. It's on, which is Andrew Whitworth. It just seems like your chemistry is awesome. I know there was probably some overlap in Cincinnati when you guys were there. Just a beautiful human. And then you guys went on this road trip. And I know you've talked about it a bunch, talked about how great it was, probably how, you guys caught up on Pretty Little Liars or all that, what that show was. And
yeah,
was it as glamorous as it seemed, or were there some
drawbacks? I loved it. I loved every second of it. And I knew that was going to be the case. I tried to convince them to let me drive the RV, and there were just some like stipulations with insurance and everything else to where they weren't going to let me drive. So once I got over that, and I was a little upset they weren't going to let me at least take it for a little bit of a spin, do 2 hours on a highway somewhere in Nebraska or something. I got over that, and then I absolutely loved every second of it. Whit, I was a little concerned with, because there's multiple versions of Whit, right? I knew Whit when he was in Cincinnati. Now, growing up in Louisiana and going to LSU and Cincinnati Whit, there's a similar version there. That guy doesn't exist anymore. Now we've got LA Whit, the glow up, the Walter Payton Man of the Year, Super Bowl winner, big, beautiful man. He's so fit, very put together at all times. And so I didn't know which version it was going to be. If it was going to be LA, I don't love this. This is not glamorous enough for me, or kind of go back to the roots of what Andrew Whitworth was. He also loved every second of it. So the key to it was there was 2 bathrooms. He had kind of the master in the back with his own bathroom, and I had the common space bathroom. So I think that was the big key, is we were able to be separate from the smells and those different things when we needed to be. But we slept in that RV every single night, even when we would pull into hotels, because the drivers would go sleep in hotels at night. We made a pact that we would stay in that RV every night, and we did.
That's all.
And there's nothing I can do about it now.